Yeah, welcome to your Monster Energy weekend preview for Unadilla and Pro Motocross. It's not a Unadilla weekend if you don't have some rain, or a lot in the case of 2024, but only today on Friday. It's supposed to be clear tomorrow. Now the damage might be done. We'll see what kind of racetrack you get. Obviously there'll be some residual effect of all this rain, but the track is sealed in, so we'll see how bad it actually gets. And also in this edition of the show, we'll talk to a couple of key riders that have stories to tell. We'll try to get a hold of Cooper Webb, who's making his return to racing after a thumb injury suffered in Supercross. Phil Nicoletti is kind of the home track hero, send-off, should have a parade lap. I feel like he should go out today in the mud. We'll try to get a word with him and anyone else we can find. It's your Monster Energy weekend preview for Unadilla.
We've seen you slowly building this season and seriously becoming one of the top 5 guys every week in the 250 class. What's contributed to this recent progress, and how has this helped your confidence?
It's been a huge help with confidence. Finally just finding myself back up front again, and being a top 5 guy and knowing I'm the top 5 guy is it's pretty special. Just going through all the stuff I've been through for the past year. Obviously result-wise it's not what I wanted, but being back up there now is it's nice. So looking to build on the end of the season, and hopefully we're up on top soon.
What's been your favorite ride of the season this far?
Probably Washougal. Got a good start and rode 4th. I was the 2nd for a while, and then pulled it in a 4th, and then the second moto was really good also. I haven't put 2 motos together all year long, so that was the first week I did that, and looking to do it again.
Is it something specific that you found, or is it just a culmination of things that you put together? Like you said last weekend, putting 2 motos together?
I would say just finding a routine during the week. I've only been riding once, and then being at home. I went to Bakersfield, so I think just seeing family, and kind of taking that pressure off of it as a job. You can look at it and be serious as you want, but I feel like I'm better when I'm a little bit more free and having fun. So just found a routine that I'm good with, and I think that's the biggest thing right now.
All right, Phil, we're here at Unadilla. What's the possibility that this is actually your last Unadilla?
My last one, it's definitely my last one as a full-time pro, you know what I mean? Who knows? You never know. You can maybe get a wild hair in my ass, and I might, 10 years from now, maybe come out and try one again. But for right now, it's my last one. It's, pretty bittersweet. First one was in 2008, and now it's 2024. So it's pretty wild in typical Unadilla fashion, a little bit of rain, and tomorrow should be good.
What's it mean to be Grand Marshal?
Somebody else asked me that too. It's pretty surreal, definitely from being on the other side of the valley. At 7 years old, I never thought in my wildest dreams I'd make it to this point in the sport. Not necessarily that I've won any races or championships, but to be around for as long as I've had and stacked results for as long as I've had, it's pretty surreal. So it's cool to have the Nicoletti name as Grand Marshal at Unadilla.
What's your confidence level on beating Coop this weekend?
I don't know, somehow he got uglier since he's gotten hurt, but I don't know, Coop's a racer, you know what I mean? The gate drops, the bullshit stops. That's our slogan that we always say to each other, but I think Coop will be good. He should be a 5-5 guy. Technically, he should beat me, but if I get a good start, he's the only dumbass I ain't going to let by, so we'll see how it goes tomorrow.
All right, we're here with Cooper Webb. It's been a little quiet for you during your time off. How you been feeling? How's the rehab been?
Yeah, man, things been good. You know, it's been a longer road than I was expecting with this thumb injury, but it's been good. PT went well, back riding and training, that's been going good, and the time off we made the most of it with having our second daughter born, and so that was really cool to be home and to help the wife, you know, those first few weeks. But last few weeks we've been full back riding motos, training, getting ready for the good old outdoors.
Do you feel like an unplanned break like that may benefit you in the long run? You know, everybody talks about how packed the schedule is constantly. Just having that amount of time off, do you feel like it's going to help you?
I'm going to look at it as a positive and hope it helps. You know, I think for me to be able to, I had an injury in Supercross, so to be able to finish Supercross was important, and we did well in Supercross, and then get it fixed properly so I don't have any issues for the future. And yeah, I think the little break was quite boring. I'm not gonna lie. You know, I was really excited to race. So when I got hurt, it was a bit of a bummer. But to be able to get some time off, and I think the timing of everything will be good with racing these last 3 races, and then get ready for the SMX and be 100% for those.
Is there anything you can say about the thumb injury? You know, it's been you and Eli and then Jet. Is there anything weird that's going on with that?
It's crazy, man. All us top dogs getting pretty much the same injury it's honestly kind of creepy. It really is. You know, and it sucks. I know what pain I felt and the stuff I felt. So hopefully those guys are doing well with their recovery as well. But man, it's super weird. I feel like these are not very common injuries. I have done my right hand before, but man, it was super strange for us all to have the same injury.
All right, Jay Coop, how are we feeling at the home race?
Yeah, good. We had those few weeks off. I probably rode 2 times in the break. I took a lot of time off. 10 days off after Washougal of riding, and yeah, and then that was good. So now we're feeling refreshed. We got home this week, visited the family. Just a little bit of a mental reset and coming through these last 3 swinging.
Did you cherish the 2 weeks off a little bit more after racing a full Supercross season and full motocross season?
Oh, 100%. I mean, in 250 days, like, it was cool, but like 450 days is like, all right, I need this. Like, it wasn't, it was necessary. So definitely been looking forward to that break for a while, and I feel like we got what we wanted out of it, and feeling ready to go for these last 3.
I know Coop's pretty fresh back on the bike, but has it been fun having him back out there at the track?
Yeah, for sure. It's been a lonely season for me, and having him back is cool. Helps with testing and all that stuff, and just helps having him around. Just just having him around is cool. So won't be lonely out there tomorrow.
All right, Colt. We're looking at you in some new colors this weekend. How are you gelling with the team and the new bike?
It's been really good, man. I'm super excited for the opportunity. Just really grateful to be here, rain or shine. I was just pumped to get to come race, and with Twisted Tea Suzuki giving me an opportunity, I'm just super excited for it. Honestly, it's been a good few weeks, probably about a month on the bike, and we'll see how it goes tomorrow. But I'm pumped to be here.
Was the beta program just not for you? Kind of talk me through your decision to part ways with them.
After Salt Lake Supercross, it was just it wasn't really a secret. I was struggling all season. Some of that self-induced, some of it was just wasn't gelling like I thought it was going to. They wanted to do some different stuff with me for 2025 contract-wise, and seemed like they kind of wanted to go a little different direction, and I was kind of at that point too, where it seemed like it'd be better if we just kind of went our separate ways. And we had a discussion about it. It was really simple, and they were like, yep, agreed, let's go our separate ways, and then that was it. It was really was like a mutual thing. Separated from those guys, didn't ride for a few weeks, and then Twisted Tea, we talked to them a little bit, and then ended up throwing this deal together, and I was just, like I said, just super grateful for the opportunity, and I didn't think I was going to get to race at all for the rest of the year, so to be here feels like kind of like a bonus, and we'll get our feet wet and get us ready for 2025.
I feel like a lot of people nowadays sleep on Suzuki just because they haven't really updated their bike very much. What do you have to say about that?
Yeah, I mean, that's kind of like the thing, right? Kickstarter and old technology, all this BS. But, dude, honestly, I was pumped the first day I rode it. Felt like I gelled really well with it, and honestly had no complaints. Like, I rode it, and I was like, wow, this thing is a hell of a lot better than I anticipated. And that made it nice, just to feel like I have a good opportunity, a good shot to go, like, get back to where I feel like I should be, and mainly just the team and the staff. Like, Larry's been around for forever. Pretty much everybody on the team is super experienced. This is my first few time working with like some of the guys on the team, but nothing but positivity. It's been sick, so I'm ecstatic to be here. I feel like the bike suits me well, and that's like something that's like exciting for me. I feel like I haven't had that in a little bit, so it's cool, man. One thing at a time, first race, but I'm excited to be where I'm at.
All right, Jason, you got your first podium of the season last round. Can you talk me through it a little bit?
I like Washougal. It took me a little while to kind of like, I've been on the podium there a lot in the past few years, but before that I always kind of struggled at Washougal. So it's kind of nice to be able to have a track now that I could go to, and I always seem to do good. And hopefully here in Unadilla, I feel like I've been pretty decent the last few years here, and hopefully I could maybe make it on the box again.
You feel like that really gave you the push you needed? You're motivated, you're rolling with some steam now?
Yeah, I mean, I feel like I've always been good all season. I've been in the position to be on the podium. It's just my scores have kind of put me in a tie for third, and I've ended up on the other side of it. But yeah, I think my speed was quite a bit better, and I'm hoping that it'll carry on, and I can maybe elevate my level ahead of those, 3, 4, 5 guys, and I could be a consistent up there in like the 2-3 spot, and maybe get out front. And if some luck goes my way, I could sneak in a moto win or something like that.
What's the main thing you attribute to your difference in scores like this season and last season?
I'm pretty sure I'm really similar from last season to this season. But last season, I mean, I came in, I didn't race the first 5 rounds, and I was hurt. And then this season, I've just kind of been kind of a 4th place guy. So it's not like where you want to be, but I want to be better. And I think it's right now we're really working on our motorcycle, just in the fact of like it's a first-year motorcycle, frame, motor, everything. So I think it's my results are really from our development that we've been working on over the year. I think that's why I was so much better at Washougal.
All right, Kenny, last time we saw you at a motocross race was High Point last year. Is there a reason that you came to do this one specifically?
Well, ultimately, I think racing is the best practice you can get, right? It seems like that every time I do decide to do an outdoor race, it rains. So it's not ideal, especially coming back from an injury and a leg injury, because, when it's muddy, you dab your feet a lot. But I'm up for the challenge, and ultimately, I really have my sights set on Motocross of Nations, and I want to get a gate drop in. Ultimately, that was the biggest thing, and yeah, racing. These guys, everybody's on top of their game. Getting a gate drop in, that was the game plan.
Is that why you're riding a 250 at Ironman?
The 250 Ironman thing was really a super fluke of an idea, and then my wife made me call Larry right away. She wants to see me race and loves everything about it. So I guess she was the one that pulled the trigger for me to call and put everything in motion to make it happen. But it's really just a fun thing, and I think the more I looked at it, as sharpening my skills. I haven't ridden a 250 in ages. There's a lot more shifting going on. The power band's different. Ironman is a gnarly track to come back to on a 250 especially. It's a lot of jumps, hills, stop and go, deep dirt. So, I think for good conditions, Unadilla would have probably been a better race for me to race a 250. But I'm up for the challenge, and I think it'll sharpen my skills to jump to different CCs. And I look at it as a positive thing.
Other than that, how's the rehab been? How you feeling?
The rehab's been good. I've been obviously riding for a while now, but the first few weeks were really, I was really just putting around. Like, I had a lot of pain in my left knee, and not even the fracture or the injury, but it's everything around my kneecap. Like, my quad tendon was super inflamed, and still to this point, it's not the fracture that hurts me, but my kneecap, and there wasn't really any damage. So, but other than that, I'm good to go, and there's no damage that can really be done. So if it's just a little bit of pain here and there, I can deal with that. And I wish it'd be better weather, but at the same time, you can never control the weather. So I just let it go and then get ready for tomorrow.